Are you keeping a diary? You keeping good notes of what's happening
Heavens,
to you?
no. It gets subpoenaed. I can't write anything down. It gets subpoenaed. I can't write anything down.
There have been questions about my emails. When I got to work as Secretary of State, I opted for convenience to use my personal email account.
My personal email use was fully above board.
What I did was allowed by the State Department.
You know, that was absolutely permitted. It was allowed by the State Department.
Who allowed it?
It was allowed under the rules of the State Department.
I have been as transparent as I know to be.
You know, one of my predecessors did the same thing.
Well, let's just even the statement is not accurate.
I know. He says time and time and time and time and time and time again, it was allowed.
It was not allowed to not return those records before she left the State Department. She violated the Official Records Act according to her own State Department IG. I don't see how this is anything but devastating, given the fact that they have been making a completely different argument now for more than a year.
You know, I was thinking about this morning. If because of this breach, for instance, I don't think she could get confirmed, for instance, to be Attorney General. You pulled muscles here watching them trying to spin this. You know, ugh.
Here are the things that her saying repeatedly it was allowed. A private server set up in her home by an IT guy who was given immunity, and his emails are missing. And she even joked when she was asked, and I think in a high school gym, you know, did you wipe the server? Meaning get rid of everything so no one can see it.
Yeah.
And she joked about it being with a cloth.
What, like with a cloth or something?
I mean, I really don't want to be the one delivering this, but I got to tell you, this is really hard to believe. It feels like she's lying straight out. Andrea Mitchell, is she lying?
I mean, I would let the viewer, I would let the voter make those determinations, but it doesn't hold up.
And the most logical explanation is she wanted to make it harder for the press and Congress to see her correspondence.
It's not something someone did or your husband set up for you and you forgot you did when you're Secretary of State. Come on.
The idea of convenience, I've never been able to accept that, because what's convenient about having a server in your house?
Are you keeping a diary? You keeping good notes of what's happening to you?
Heavens, no. It gets subpoenaed. I can't write anything down.